Thank you, Speaker. My next question is also for the Premier. It's the job of the Premier to do more than respond to lobbyists and repay backroom deals, Speaker. But since taking office, we've seen this Premier making backroom deals that are driven by what's best for lobbyists and insiders, not what's best for Ontario. Instead of helping everyday families, he's quietly delivering favours for big polluters, ticket scalpers, and his social conservative friends. Why is this Premier making backroom deals that help insiders and conservative friends instead of helping the people of Ontario?
Premier.
Through you, Mr. Speaker, I want to remind the Leader of the Opposition, we're here for the people. We're here to reduce taxes. We're here to reduce taxes. We're going to create good-paying jobs. We're going to reduce the hydro rates and get this economy going in the province of Ontario once again. We will be the engine of Ontario. We will create thousands and thousands of great-paying jobs and putting money back into the taxpayer's pocket instead of the government's pocket. I know the Leader of the Opposition believes in big government. Everything should go through government. We believe in empowering the people, not empowering the government.
Leader of the Opposition. Supplementary.
When the Premier cancelled cap-and-trade, he was doing what is best for big polluters, Speaker. The cost of ripping up Ontario's cap-and-trade agreements and reimbursing companies for billions and billions of dollars in suddenly worthless credits will be massive. And the cost of inaction on climate change will hurt Ontarians today and for generations to come. Which big polluters lobbied the Premier to let them off the hook and stick families with the bill?
Premier.
Mr. Speaker, Leader of the Opposition, we campaigned on getting rid of the cap-and-trade carbon tax scam. And I want to remind the Leader of the Opposition we're going to save $790 million by doing that for the taxpayers of Ontario. We're going to save $285 per family, putting again money back into the taxpayer's pocket instead of the big government's pocket. We're going to start respecting the taxpayers for the next 4 years.
Final supplementary.
Well, Speaker, the question is how many billions and billions of dollars is it going to cost to cancel those contracts? Mr. McGuinty told us it was going to cost $40 million to cancel 2 gas plants, and it cost $1.1 billion. So we're very much looking forward to seeing what it's going to cost. Look, decision after decision is being driven by the Premier's desire to deliver for his friends and for lobbyists. The Premier made a backroom deal with Tanya Granick-Allen, Charles McVety, and other far-right lobbyists to force outdated sex ed curriculum on students, and drag Ontario back to 1998. It doesn't help students, Speaker. It doesn't help the safety of students at risk. It ignores the responsibilities that we have to teach children about consent and safety in school. Why does the Premier not care about queer young people and their safety? Why does this Premier care more about the favours that he owes to social conservatives than he does about keeping young people?
Premier.
Mr. Speaker, to the Leader of the Opposition, we're going to be very clear. We're going to govern for the people instead of for the government. We're going to lower taxes for the people. We're going to reduce taxes on small businesses that have been struggling, absolutely struggling. It makes us uncompetitive, the cap-and-trade and carbon tax. It puts a burden on the backs of the small businesses, medium and large businesses. It also puts a burden on the taxpayers of Ontario. We're going to make sure once we get rid of the cap-and-trade and carbon tax, we're going to reduce gas prices by 10 cents a litre, putting more money into the taxpayer's pocket.